Albo seems to have a little real people problem. Let me explain. Now, of course, when Four Corners, who would normally carry the water for the Labor side, well, they sat down and talked to normal people. They said this about Each Way Albo.
What's the first thing you think of when I say the name Anthony Albanese?
Unknown, untested and untried.
What would you say Anthony Albanese stands for?
Getting elected.
Is he leadership material? Haven't seen that yet.
And then when Carl was doing his best to do an advertorial, they also met real people, and this is what happened.
What do you think of the election coming up? I'm right here.
No comment.
People are brutal, aren't they, on the road? What's wrong with Albo?
You're looking good, yeah.
Thank you.
You've lost weight, yeah, hasn't he? Yeah.
Huh? Good on you. I'm big in, Lonnie. Aren't you?
Nailed it. Now, also, so therefore, it doesn't really matter because the media will be doing much of the narrative building, as we've talked about before, and the polls tell us that this thing is apparently already a slam dunk. So we know that when it comes to ideas, it's all about small target, even though that small target, when it comes to things like the delivery of nurses, and that promise is not looking great after just a few days. But still, the theory is that it's all about Scott Morrison to blow himself up, and it's all about people to have a negative view of Scott Morrison. So therefore, as little Albo as possible is what you need to do between now and when it really matters. So we have seen over the past couple of days that weird rally in Queensland where apparently he was running for Iowa Senate or something like that, because Albo 2022 is not Kevin 07. But that was the rally that took place in Queensland. And then yesterday, he gave a speech to the National Farmers Federation and did a press conference in Canberra. Again, not a huge chance of any normal people jumping out and being able to tell their views of the alternative Prime Minister. So today, the plan was to go to Western Australia and finally get a little bit of that Emperor McGowan dust, where the Western Australian Premier has already said he's going to campaign for and with Albo. He wants a change of government. So whatever powerful factor that will be, we'll have to wait and see. But as you know by now, it didn't entirely go to plan because a normal person got involved.
I've got a tough question.
Hang on.
Are you up for it? I've got a tough question. Are you up for it?
Funny thing about normal people, they don't care whether it's the media's job to ask questions or whether they want to. Now, in my view, as long as it's always respectful, as long as you always keep your distance, as long as you don't make a pill of yourself, you've got a right as an Australian to do that. And no doubt there will be plenty of Australians who will try to do that between now and the election. So how did the alternative Prime Minister handle this interaction with a normal person?
Hang on.
Are you up for it? I've got a tough question. Are you up for it?
I'm absolutely up for it.
Okay, good.
And sorry, we can't really do that.
But was he really up for it? Because he thought that the question just was, so are you up for it? No, he had an actual question.
We can't really do that. The protocol, the Media Alliance will be a bit upset if we...
I don't think the media will mind at all. I've said, are you up for it? Are you up for it?
I'm absolutely up for it.
Okay, so my question is,
we're just taking questions from journalists.
No. Shush. Now, look, is he just getting all of the awkward stuff out of the way early? Maybe. Maybe he'll be able to lift in his form between now and then. But the early days don't show a bloke who's all that interested in actually getting out of the bubble. Now, you would think that if you're 10 points in front, every single day you would invite the cameras with you to a local shopping centre where you would be mobbed by normal people. Why isn't that happening? Maybe that is the plan for the final 3 weeks of the campaign. But you would think that if you are that far in front, you would be that confident that nothing's going to be able to dent your armour, let alone a normal bloke who might embarrass himself with this question, but because you wouldn't let him answer his question, he ends up embarrassing you.